Hello, YouTuber Reservoir Warrior here. Sorry for a lack of content lately. That's gonna change over the next couple days or so. It's around 10 p.m., so I figured before I go to bed, I'm going to try and do as many deck profile recordings as I can do. I have 5 deck profiles that I want to record, and then of course upload for you guys. Two of which are going to be deck profile updates for Vanguard decks, and then I have another 2 Vanguard decks which you guys have never seen, but I've wanted to do deck profiles on for a while. And then I finally made a Final Fantasy deck, even though I already have to make changes because yeah, I didn't get enough of one card for my TCG player order, sadly. So with that to look forward to. Oh yeah, and then there's the Shadow Paladin deck I bought for my friend Brandon, along with the Royal Paladin deck, which I'm not going to do deck profile on because it's only cards from Unite Team Q4 and the Royal Paladin trial deck. But the next set comes out not this Friday, but next Friday. And initially, I only had the Royal Paladins in the case split, but now I was able to get OTT, which I'm very happy about because if you guys didn't know, way back in the day when I played Vanguard, my first real competitive deck was actually a Tsukiyomi deck, and now I get to make Tsukiyomi in V-Series, which I'm really happy about. I did have a Magus deck that was almost complete. I was going to do deck profile on, but actually sold some cards off to actually one of the workers at Toyo's, so I helped him out with that. And yeah, since I was able to get the get OTT in the case split, I didn't mind selling off some of my Magus cards, which I will of course probably get again in the near future actually, because that is a deck I still want to build, but not really a priority right now. Main priority is of course going to be whatchamacallit, Tsukiyomi. So that's gonna be fun. Unlike the My Glorious Justice case split, I'm gonna see if I can try and record some box openings. I could have done it for My Glorious Justice actually, because I only opened up 4 boxes and I had enough room to actually record. So I'll try to do that this time. We'll see though, but enough talking. We're already 3 minutes in and I haven't even done the deck profile. So this is going to be for Angel Feather deck. Can actually build Angel Feathers in Premium because if you guys remembered many months ago, I did buy, I got a really good deal on a bunch of Angel Feather cards. And this deck I'm having loads of fun with. I don't even know if it's competitive, or at least my build. But I know we are going to get support for this clan, I think in October, November, I want to say. So that's going to be really fun. I already know changes I am going to make. So without further ado, let's get started. Where's the starting Vanguard? I forgot to pick up the starting Vanguard. That's not the starting Vanguard. Oh, nice. There's like a little spider. Hey. Whoa, did that thing like start flying? Jeez. Was the sound effects necessary? No. No, it wasn't. But I did it anyway. I don't even know where that spider is. It was a tiny one. I feel like there's always a spider while I'm recording. Which you guys don't see, obviously, but... Anyway, let me zoom in a bit here. So obviously your starting Vanguard is First State Celestial Peniel. And then, oh wait, no, I don't start with the triggers. What am I doing? I have this deck completely backwards. I am sorry. You think I'd be more prepared? Then again, when am I ever prepared, right? Give me a sec. Sorry, guys. Almost done here. Alright. Do I have the regular versions? Oh yeah, cool. So there's like some comparisons I want to do as well. Alright, that's in there. Okay. So, to start off the video, I play 4 copies of Solidify Celestial Zechariah. Uh, Vanguard rearguard ability during your turn, if a new card was put into your damage zone this turn, all of the units in your front row get plus 3,000 power. It's always nice. And then she has an interesting act effect, which happens in the damage zone. If your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, and this card is face up, put the top card of your deck into your damage zone face down, and ride this card as stance. So you basically can superior call her from the damage zone, which is really nice. And you're going to notice the theme with Angel Feather is calling from damage zone. And then you always have to be careful with your counterblasts with this deck, because that's an issue I always see. And then here's actually the original Zechariah. So a little comparison there. And then we have, it's supposed to be 4 copies of Crimson Impact Metatron, but I had to sell my OR to somebody. Because when we initially made a deal, we kind of he messed up on the pricing. So it's supposed to be 4 Crimson Impact Metatron. My favorite Angel Feather unit. So I have 3 of the new one, 1 of the regular, but the OR would look like this SP one right here. Anyway, her effects. When ridden from a grade 3, counterblast 2, call a card from your damage zone to rear, and this unit gets power plus 1,500 until end of turn. Really awesome. Love that aggressive effect. And then once per turn, put a card from your damage zone. Does that say on the bottom? Yeah, on the bottom of your deck, and deal this unit 1 damage. So yeah, basically you do a damage trigger check, but what's great about that is if you get a trigger, you get those effects. Be pretty funny if you get a heal and then you're able to heal yourself. But yeah, that really fun card. And then this is what the original one did. Pretty cool. New one's definitely better. But yeah, that would be the art for the OR. With, of course, the OR foiling and whatnot. And that's it for the grade 3. I don't run... I don't run this... I don't run Feather Palace. I know this is getting reprinted in the set along with... I want to say one of the grade 2s. We'll get to it, though. But yeah, that's like your other... whatchamacallit. That's your other grade 3 option. The other decent grade 3 option for Angel Feather. Next up, we have one of my favorite cards. Whoa, the Pirates won? Whoa, okay. Cool. Last time I checked, it was 1-0 in the 8th. Sorry for the sidetrack. It's a miracle, guys. Anyway, so I'm actually going to bump this one up to 3, most likely. And that's Essence Celestial Becca. I want to say this is a tech choice for me, but I love this card a lot. When placed, if your Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, one of your Vanguards and this unit get plus 3,000 until end of turn. That's a rear guard ability. And then keyword here is when placed. It doesn't say how it's placed. So I'm under the assumption that if you were to place it from damage zone to rear, you get that effect. Obviously, when you play from hand, you get that effect. So that's why I'm going to bump this card up, because I just realized that. And then there's another grade 2 in this deck I don't really care for. So I'll probably bump her up to 3, and then Million Ray Pegasus up to 4, but I only run 2 at the moment. What's great about this effect is it's Vanguard or Rearguard. If a new card was put into your damage zone this turn, this unit gets plus 5,000 attack and plus 5,000 shield. Combo this with 1000 Ray Pegasus, and you can be hitting with all your columns for crazy amount of damage. Only thing with 1000 Ray Pegasus is it does cost a counterblast. This one it doesn't. And almost every turn you are going to be putting a new card into the damage zone, so it's very easy to get this effect off. Then the grade 2 that I'm running, the second to last grade 2 I'm running in the deck, and the one that's probably coming out is Wild Shot Celestial Regale. When placed from hand, if a new card was put into your damage zone this turn, counterblast 1 and call a card from your drop zone to rear. So it is nice, it does call from drop zone to rear. But I don't like paying the counterblast. And then she doesn't add a new card to the damage zone as well, so it's kind of eh. Initially, when I made the deck, I think I put this in because I wanted to have more options at grade 2, but even when I play this card, I'm not really that big of a fan of it, and I feel like I could get more out of Million Ray and Becca, so it's probably why this card is going to come out, and then obviously when we get more support, the entire deck is going to change. So there are those. I believe this is the other Angel Feather that's getting reprinted, and this is definitely one of the main cards of the deck, and that's Rear Impetus Celestial Armadi. However you pronounce it. Probably pronounced that wrong. Vanguard / Rearguard ability. When placed from hand, Soul Blast 1, call a card from your damage zone to rear, and put the top card of your deck into your damage zone face down. Only downside is you're putting the card face down, but calling a card from your damage zone to rear is awesome because that just has pretty much everything in the deck go off. And for only Soul Blasting, it's not that bad of a cost. I don't think I really have any way of soul charging in the deck. So it's not like you can really abuse this card at the moment, but still, this sets up your main plays and everything. And usually, not having cards in the soul is not a problem, especially if you are, especially late in the game, because you're probably going to be going into Metatron after you go into Zechariah, or you have a Zechariah as your Vanguard, and then you do have one in the damage zone, and then you just call another one, and you get another protect marker. So that's always nice. And then for grade 1s, couldn't think of any other better options, so I do run 2 7K vanillas. With Red Yell, this is usually a card I pitch for her effect. She was on the discards from hand, right? Oh no, never mind. Oh, she's a target for the next grade 1 I'm about to show. And that is Marking Celestial Arabaki, however you pronounce it. I only run 3 of her. When placed from hand, discard a card from your hand, put a card from your damage zone into your hand, and put the top card of your deck into your damage zone face down. So I'd use her effect to pitch this if I can. Or this might just be my starting grade 1 Vanguard, because pretty much all your grade 1s don't have a Vanguard effect. But again, this card can also help you get off a lot of your other card effects. And then speaking of Thousand Ray Pegasus, run 4 of this guy. When it boosts, well, I know it's not a guy, but figuratively speaking. When it boosts, if a new card was put into your damage zone this turn, counterblast 1, and this unit gets plus 10,000 until end of turn. Yeah, it stinks you're counterblasting, but it's going to be boosting for 1800. That's crazy. Combo that with Million Ray. That's a whole lot of damage in one column that you're hitting your opponent for. And then it really forces them to use up cards in their hand, especially if you can just do it again on your other rear guard column, and then if you didn't attack with your Vanguard, you still have your Vanguard attack. Which is why oftentimes I would just attack with these first, just to pressure them to guard, and then hit them hard with your Vanguard, and then hopefully you get off some triggers. And oftentimes people get luck sacked with their triggers and whatnot. And then finally, to round up the grade 1s, we have Underlay Celestial Hesidale. When placed from hand, counterblast 1, swap a unit card from your hand with a card in your damage zone, but you put it face up. So that's the nice thing about this card. Again, this is also another target to ditch the grade 1 vanilla. And then also she can help you with any counterblasting issues you have. As you can just take a Vanguard. You can take a card in your damage zone that's face down and add that to your hand, and then obviously put a new card in the damage zone that's face up. So um, you can maybe counterblast for another effect when you thought you couldn't, and that's why this card's a definite 4 of. And then trigger lineup standard, you have four Sentinels. And I do like this no CL art a lot more than the old one. And then here's the old one. And then this was before they actually had the word Sentinel on the perfect cards. Basically do the same thing though. And then of course this deck, run 8 crits, which I'm actually not used to running because I play a lot with my Pale Moon and Aquaforce, and I don't run criticals in those. Although you could now with Aquaforce, it's not a bad thing. I think one deck that actually won a tournament or regional locals or something ran a bunch of crits. And then of course your 4 heals. So overall, this is a really fun deck. It surprises a lot of people, and just the fact that you manipulate your damage zone is fun. Makes the game a lot more fun too. And yeah, this is definitely like my for fun deck. Nothing too competitive yet. I feel like with the new support it will be more competitive. And lucky for me, I did find one Becca and one Millionary Pegasus. I gotta find another Millionary Pegasus though. Forget if I have another one or not. We'll see though. But yeah, like I said, that's the only change I'm gonna make is take out the Ragielos, bump up Becca to 3, and Millionary Pegasus from 2 to 4. So that is going to do it for the deck profile. Thank you guys as always for watching. And next up, I don't know what deck profile I'm gonna do next. Actually, maybe the Genesis deck next, because that actually is another build I came up with myself, and it doesn't involve Himiko, because again, back in the older days of Vanguard, my Genesis deck was Artemis, and I wanted to continue that with standard format. So I'll look forward to that, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye for now.